Caribbean International has continually pushed the limits of what's possible at sea to deliver the vacation of a lifetime, every time. When Oasis of the Seas launched in 2009, the magnificent cruise ship made ripples in and out of the water. Oasis amazed veteran cruisers and first-timers alike. Perhaps the most stunning feature of the ship was her unique neighborhood theme. Today, Allure of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas' sister ship, brings even more neighborhood-inspired features and amenities to the Caribbean. This floating metropolis is 1,187 feet long and 208 feet wide. At her highest point, she towers 213 feet above sea level. In all, Allure of the Seas encompasses an amazing 225,282 gross registered tons. Inside, she can host up to nearly 6,300 guests, who are served by an army of 2,400 crew members. Given her enormous scale, it should come as no surprise that Allure of the Seas shares the title of the world's largest cruise ship with Oasis of the Seas. Built by the STX shipyard in Turku, Finland, Allure had the first element of her superstructure laid into place in 2008. That first block, a part of the ship's massive hull, weighed in at over 600 tons. Next, prefabricated sections of the ship were moved into position like giant puzzle pieces. With incredible precision and accuracy, each was welded into place. The heart of the ship, her 6 powerful diesel engines, were then placed deep inside the hull. The engines are coupled to special propellers that can rotate a full 360 degrees, giving the ship remarkable maneuverability and seaworthiness. During a special float-out ceremony, only a year and a half after construction began, Allure moved from her dry dock to her wet dock. The grand vessel touched water for the first time. Here, work continued on both the exterior and interior of the ship until August of 2010. Then came a most important moment in Allure's young life, her sea trials. Sea trials represent the first opportunity for shipbuilders to see how a vessel handles real-world situations. A setback during sea trials could mean months, even years of delays. But true to form, Allure passed with flying colors. In fact, she outperformed expectations. Back at the shipyard in Finland, workers resumed construction at an increasing pace. With the first passengers scheduled to arrive in a few short months, the ship still needed a number of finishing touches. In late summer 2010, Royal Caribbean crew members began to arrive in Finland. Their mission? Prepare the ship for passengers. Because Royal Caribbean standards are so high, pre-cruise preparations are no small task. Everything had to be fine-tuned, from gourmet recipes to Broadway productions and beyond. But thanks to teamwork and a lot of long hours, everything came together. Soon, Allure of the Seas received a royal welcome at her new home at Terminal 18 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. From here, she set sail to ports of call across the Caribbean. But as anyone who's spent time aboard will testify, Allure of the Seas is truly a destination in of herself. Royal Caribbean's exclusive neighborhood concept comes to life in Allure of the Sea's 7 distinct districts: Central Park, Boardwalk, the Royal Promenade, the Pool and Sports Zone, Vitality at Sea Spa and Fitness Center, Entertainment Place, and Youth Zone. Let's take a closer look at each. We begin with charming Central Park, Allure's unique living park at sea. Central Park was designed to bring the outdoors to the very core of the ship. Complete with open skies and tropical plants. Spanning the length of a football field, it was no easy task bringing this space to life.
We had 60 staff from Ambius, that's the company that designed the park and provided the plants and the actual everything that you see around. And then we also had, on a daily basis, 2 teams of 18 Royal Caribbean staff to help out. So there was a total of 88 people. The original plan was for it to be done in 4 days, and we were lucky enough to be able to have accomplished it in 3. The park itself is made up of 46 planter beds, and into those there are over 12,000 plants, and then we also have 56 trees and vine varieties in the living wall. People's first reaction when they come into the park is just one of a wow and amazement that they're surrounded by living, breathing plants. There's no artificial plants in the park at all. Everything is in soil, everything is irrigated, and everything is alive and growing. We have a team of 4. We have 1 landscape specialist and 3 horticulturists, and their sole job is to care for the park on a daily basis and ensure that everything is being fed and watered to the plant's needs.
On a walk through Central Park, you can shop in the elegant coach store, visit the Brito Gallery, or simply enjoy a romantic stroll. Vintages, an ideal spot for a pre-dinner rendezvous, offers an extensive selection of tapas and fine wines. Of course, a visit to Central Park wouldn't be complete without dinner in one of the neighborhood's fine restaurants. Chop's Grill Steakhouse features premium cuts of quality steaks and hearty side dishes. Guests can choose to dine in the elegant dining room or open-air patio. Across the way is Giovanni's Table, an Italian family-style restaurant that offers both indoor and al fresco seating. For an intimate dining experience, the exclusive 150 Central Park is unforgettable. 150 is a trendy, upscale, and intimate restaurant, serving 6 to 8 course menus with wine pairings. Central Park also boasts the very first Brito Gallery at sea by pop culture icon Romero Brito.
When people come over to this place, the idea is that they're going to see, the celebration of life, in a very special way. And that's how I see it and how I put in my work.
Whether it's fine dining or simply relaxing among the trees, Central Park offers one of the most outstanding experiences on board a cruise ship today. Next, we travel to Boardwalk. This eclectic neighborhood pairs the feel of English seaside piers and classic American boardwalks of the early 20th century into a single theme. Boardwalk provides an interactive experience for the entire family, offering fun, food, and engaging entertainment. At the heart of Boardwalk is Allure's one-of-a-kind carousel. Handcrafted from poplar, this full-sized traditional carousel features 18 figures suspended from stainless steel poles. Hand-painted zebras, lions, horses, and even a crowned frog prince circle round and round. The carousel was built with children in mind, but it's not uncommon to find kids of all ages enjoying a ride or two. If you're feeling a little more adventurous, scale to new heights on the dueling rock walls.
Well, I would tell everyone to come on up enjoying a great experience. It's outdoors, the back of the ship, amazing views, and just a great time up here on the rock wall. Both rock walls are 13 meters tall, the 2 largest rock walls at sea. There are multiple routes on each wall, and on sea days, our busy days, we have both walls open for our many guests that we have on board. Well, some of the activities that we do offer are the beginner sessions, advanced sessions, learn to climbs. We also have kids climbs, adult-only sessions. We even do bouldering sessions, all the way to just our most famous is the open time, as much as we can be. Now, the significance of the bell is that it's an accomplishment that you finally made it to the top. You did something that most people can't do. A lot of people have trouble climbing, and getting up there, ringing that bell, it's just a great reward for doing something that you didn't think you were going to do on a cruise ship.
Perhaps the best way to enjoy the boardwalk neighborhood is the amazing outdoor venue at the stern of the ship. Here, the 600-seat Aqua Theater offers a stunning backdrop of the ocean across the horizon. The Aqua Theater features one of Royal Caribbean Productions' most ambitious shows ever, Ocean Aria.
Ocean Aria is a very artistic version of an underwater world where we have acrobats, trampolinists, divers, dancers, all coming together for a pretty incredible show. Guest reaction to the show is going to be amazing. The whole time you're kind of in wonder of what's going on, and then as it's unfolding, you're in awe because of what is unfolding in front of your eyes.
One of Boardwalk's most memorable features is the fountain shows, an attraction that catches many visitors by surprise. The fountains are choreographed to music and accented by colorful video on the LED screens. This unique performance space is one of the most technologically advanced areas of the ship. On the whole, Aqua Theater and all of Boardwalk is truly a complete sensory experience. Allure of the Sea's third neighborhood is the Royal Promenade. It's actually located just below the Central Park neighborhood. Here, giant arched skylights in the park above allow an abundance of natural light to shine down to the level below. The Royal Promenade is the social centerpiece of the ship. It provides an exciting central area for guests to gather, dine, shop, and be entertained.
And I can tell that it really belongs. She was with me, yeah. Just singing. I love rock and roll. You put another time in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come and take your time and dance.
Probably the greatest range of activities can be found in this neighborhood. On Air offers the chance to be a star on stage and under the lights, karaoke style.
Someday I'm gonna be famous. Do I have talent? Hell no! You're a celebrity inside of your reality.
Here you'll find a variety of talent during the course of a voyage. And whether they're good or bad, they'll all have one thing in common: a great time.
I hope you understand.
Of course, that's not the only place you'll find live entertainment on the Royal Promenade. Follow the sounds of the beat, and you'll find yourself in Boleros, a Latin-themed club and nighttime hotspot. Caribbean signature bar and guest favorite, the Schooner Bar is a nautical-themed lounge where you'll find a crowd of friendly faces gathered around the piano singing along to their favorite songs.
That's right. Come to a Great job.
Naturally, you'll never worry about going hungry or thirsty around here. The Bow and Stern Pub, Sorrento's, Cafe Promenade, and Champagne and Martini Bar are all here to satisfy whatever the craving.
Good morning, welcome to Starbucks. My name is Maria. What can I get you this morning?
For those with a sweet tooth, there's Cupcake Cupboard. Thanks to a lot of TLC, these cupcakes are better than anything you'll find on land.
The guests love when they get to experience taking a class with that. They absolutely love it. There's so many people out there that have a hard time decorating at home, and so when they come in here and everything is provided for them, they love to just be able to sit down, make a cupcake with their children or by themselves, and be able to take it with them or eat it here, and it's totally like a childhood experience for them when they're decorating their cupcake and then they get to just eat the frosting and all the little sprinkles. People love it.
Like other neighborhoods on Allure, the Royal Promenade boasts a number of impressive technical innovations. Rising Tide Bar is an experience found nowhere else. It actually moves between decks 5 and 8, making it a great place to people watch. Another Royal Promenade marvel is the bow and stern bridge. Used as a stage for a number of ship events, the globe opens to reveal a walkway that serves as the visual center of the Royal Promenade. It's not uncommon to find the captain at the helm on this bridge during special events and receptions with guests. If that wasn't already enough, the Royal Promenade hosts street spectaculars and events that fill the space with smiles and laughter.
Welcome to the 1970s, baby. Come on, everyone.
Hosting 70s is so much fun for me because I get to be almost a different character than I normally am in regular operation. I'm not the guy in the suit hosting the show. I'm actually wearing a John Travolta suit and turning into John Travolta. I get to dance with the guests. I get to have fun with the guests. And plus, it's me and all my team. So the crew staff are out there, the sports staff, the youth staff. We're all dancing with the guests, and people are laughing and having a great time. It's, I think, one of the best parties, and I have such a great time with it. I'm sweating bullets by the time that it's over, but it's a great, great time.
Here, entertainers and crew take to the street in elaborate costumes and crazy contraptions, celebrating cultures and simply having a good time. You're bound to see singing, dancing, stilt walking, and even flying. There's no limit to what and who you might bump into. When you're on the Royal Promenade, it's all about letting loose and having a great time. When you're here, you're in the middle of the action. If the fancy freestyle on the Royal Promenade doesn't snap you into vacation mode, nothing will. High above the excitement of the boardwalk and the serenity of Central Park is the pool and sports zone. In this neighborhood, everyone has a chance to play, satisfy a sense of adventure, or simply relax and take in a little Caribbean sun. The pool and sports zone reaches across the entire length of the ship, with activities and fun for all ages. Whether you want to shoot a round of golf with the family, kick back and fall asleep in a tranquil environment, or jumpstart your day with an exhilarating activity, the pool and sports zone is the place to do it. This neighborhood features 4 unique pools. For sunbathing or a quick dip, there's the main pool. For serious swimming and water sports, there's the sports pool.
We have 4 amazing pools, but the sports pool is the most active. You can play pool games there, pool volleyball, pool basketball, so there's always a lot of fun at a sports pool.
Welcome to the Men's International Belly Flop Competition.
On this ship, I'm so excited that we can feature the belly flop, not by a normal poolside, but actually inside the aqua theater. This is a huge event. It turns into a big event. We even have their stats up on the board. We introduce these big players. They come down, they do their big belly flop. We ask the audience to be the judges. It's like you've never seen it before. It is a huge production and normally a lot of laughs, and one of my favorite events to host. The belly flop consists of 6 to 8 guys who have volunteered, who signed up earlier, who want to be in the belly flop competition. And we put them up onto a big box and they jump in. The audience then, of course, judges them. We feed it into a computer, and then that computer spits out what the number would be. And then we award our first, second, and third, and then crown the king of the belly flop. I have seen people so skinny doing the belly flop that I felt like they were going to fly overboard. But I've also seen some of the biggest guys hit that water and that sound be echoing around the entire ship. So it's so much fun what you end up seeing people do. And plus, we even have on board this ship an underwater camera, so you can see what they do underwater and how that looks once they go underwater.
For the kids, the H2O zone simply can't be beat. Here, all sorts of ocean creatures including a giant octopus with spraying tentacles, make Allure of the Seas an experience they'll never forget. The fourth pool is the beach pool. It features a sloped entry, just like a real beach, so you can wade into the water. Or choose to relax in colorful beach chairs under an umbrella as the water rolls gently beneath. For guests who prefer warmer waters, 2 whirlpools can be found on either side of the beach pool. Prefer a slower pace? The solarium is a tranquil grown-up environment with plush seating and loungers. It's quiet, relaxing, and simply beautiful, though it too has its wild side.
We're here inside the solarium during the day, but at nighttime we transform this area into like a Miami South Beach nightclub. We've got celebrity DJs, dancers, a couple different theme parties from 20 to Escape. If people come up here, I know they're going to have a great time at these major events. During these parties, it's a chance for the adults, because it is an adults-only party, to let their hair down, to get out here in the beautiful fresh air and just have a great time dancing, listening to some great music, and having a good time.
If you're up for a little competition, head to the sports deck. On the sports court, you're bound to find a friendly game of basketball, volleyball, or dodgeball. Care to hang 10 on one of the Allure's 2 Flow Rider surf simulators? Over 2,000 guests a week try the ride, not all of them successfully. With water rushing across the top of the flow surface at over 30 miles an hour, it's not easy to keep balanced, but it sure is fun to give it a shot. Whether it's bodyboarding or surfing, the Flow Riders can be just as much fun to watch as they are to try. The wild times don't stop there. Not far from the Flow Riders, you'll find the launching pad, a truly thrilling, heart-pumping adrenaline rush. Suspended 9 decks above the boardwalk is the Allure of the Seas zip line. The zip line gives about 1,000 adventurers a week a bird's-eye view of the action below. If ever there was a way to go all out and conquer a fear of heights, this is it. It only takes 10 seconds to make the journey, but this is a memory you'll have forever. The home for fun and sun, the Pool and Sports Zone neighborhood truly creates a vacation experience like no other. Welcome to Vitality at Sea Spa and Fitness, Allure's most tranquil neighborhood. This is a place of relaxation and wellness, a retreat to help you rebalance and re-energize during your cruise vacation. Royal Caribbean's Vitality program offers nutritious menu options, Medi-Spa, and holistic spa services, out-of-this-world fitness facilities and classes, and a beauty salon that promises to make you look as good as you feel. In the fitness center, you can participate in any number of complimentary and specialized classes and seminars, or simply opt to use the equipment at your own pace. Whether you want a new look or simply want to look your best, the professional stylists are available to keep you primed, polished, and pampered to perfection. To erase stress and tension, a variety of offerings are available. Whether it's a traditional or deep pressure massage, the techniques will balance the spirit and transport you to the ultimate state of bliss. Taking your body on a journey of total renewal has never been easier. The Royal Caribbean Vitality Program will help you find ways to work wellness into every aspect of your cruise vacation, as well as the tools you need to continue living with vitality at home. Once you're feeling completely rejuvenated, it's time to take a trip to the wild side, Entertainment Place. This neighborhood features casino thrills, show-stopping theater, laugh-it-up comedy, and so much more. And behind all these activities, you'll find one very talented person, Allure's cruise director.
Believe it or not, I come from the courtesy capital of the world, La Mirada, California. My mom and dad always tell me the story that they knew I was going to be in the entertainment world because on all my report cards growing up it said, Ken is a good student, but he whispers entirely too much. So I wanted to get done with my work as quick as possible so I can talk to everybody else in the classroom. I became a cruise staff member at the age of 22, and I thought it was just going to be something I would do for a summer. And I was having a lot of fun with it, but then all of a sudden I thought, wait a minute, this is a pretty great job. So I started learning everything from sound and lights to stage production, assistant cruise director, and I worked very hard, and 4 years later I became cruise director. As corny as it sounds, my favorite part of being a cruise director is making somebody happy. When you look out there into the audience and see people smiling because of something you're doing, then obviously it's a great feeling. You know, I still get nervous after all these years about going on stage, just because I want to, again, make everybody happy. But it's a good nervous. But once I'm out there, when I hear that applause and I hear everybody enjoying themselves, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't even describe it. I feel so honored to be here on board the Allure, the most amazing cruise ship, the world's largest, and the fact that they've chose me to be on it, I still am in shock about it, and I only hope that everybody appreciates everything we do.
I want to say thank you for being nice on the ice. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
The pulse of the ship after dark, Entertainment Place is a contemporary nightclub district with a remarkable amount of variety. Start by venturing into Jazz on 4, an intimate setting for jazz and blues. Across the way is Blaze, where you can dance to the latest club music late into the night. Laugh it up in Comedy Live, the funniest comedy club and improv theater at sea.
A 7:30 wake-up call. 7:29, the dude came in my room and started shaking me like, hey man, you need to get up. They even got 7 neighborhoods on here. They got a Central Park thing with real live plants and stuff. I'm like, I even got robbed on my way here. I'm like, this is realistic too. Put a pistol in my mouth and everything.
Why does the Army paint our helicopters camouflage? The sky is blue. Army guys tell me that so when we're flying close to the ground, we blend in. So. Okay, how gullible do we think the enemy is going to be?
Royal Caribbean Productions sets the standard for cruise line entertainment, and the Allure is no exception. From Broadway caliber performers to an Olympic caliber ice cast, top talent makes every show here a must-see event. Hosting 3 sensational shows a week, the Amber Theater is a state-of-the-art masterpiece. At 3 decks high and with a seating capacity of over 1,400 guests, the Amber blends elegance and ingenuity. Headlining the entertainment is the ship's signature Tony Award-winning Broadway production, Chicago, the musical.
I love All That Jazz. It's such an iconic number, and my colleague Genevieve just does it so well. She's just got such amazing stage presence, and the ensemble, you see them straight away. They're such a tight group, and their dancing is amazing, and I think it's a stunning opening to a show. I think it's so exciting that the Allure of the Season's got this Broadway show coming onto the ship. In the history of Chicago, this is the first time that it's been on the sea.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both, we score the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun, oh yes, we both, we score the gun for the gun.
In addition to the weekly productions of Chicago, the Amber Theater hosts a number of rotating guest performers.
But a funny, funny riddle, thank God I'm a country boy. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. I know you know this one. Now life is old there.
the leading acts in the world consider it an honor to perform under the lights on Allure. Rounding out the lineup of spectacular shows in the Amber Theater is Blue Planet, a daring production that brings together singers, acrobats, dancers, and flyers in an experience that unfolds around and above the audience.
Yes, what guests will expect when they come in, they will definitely be surprised. They'll walk in, they'll see there's really modern music going on in the background, really chilled out vibe. There's a globe in the middle, you know, with the world spinning around it. So it looks like it's going to be a really zen kind of a show. And it starts off right from the beginning. Flyers come down right from the beginning. Then it just takes off around the world, big bright costumes, girls flying out into the audience. And then as the show progresses, things get bigger, the flying gets bigger, we have girls falling from the roof, then the trampoline comes out and the gymnasts are bouncing around. So guests, they're going to be awed and maybe inspired.
Enjoy the movie.
3D movies are also a favorite at the Amber Theater. Guests get to enjoy the latest DreamWorks movies, as well as classic favorites. During the day, guests have the chance to do something truly unique in Studio B. Ice skating on the ocean in the Caribbean. Whether you're an experienced skater keeping your ability in check, or just trying it out for the first time, strapping on a pair of skates on a cruise ship is deserving of bragging rights. Not everybody is going to be good at it, but don't worry, you don't have to be as good as our pros.
Ice Games is based on the game Monopoly. And basically we've adjusted the board so that we're going through destinations on the ship. So we start off with the show introducing the board, and that's where we introduce the pawn pieces that we use, and that's when the girls are unveiled as the pawn pieces. Then we head to Giovanni's. It's a lot of fun. We get to introduce a waiter, a girl that maybe has had a little bit too much wine. Then we head to the boardwalk and we have a little bit of fun on the carousel. Then we go to Allure and we play Guitar Hero. And then we go to the arcade where the game player picks a game called Secret Life, and that's quite an impressive scene there. And then we go to the casino where you meet the dealers and the girls and just the fun and excitement that the casino brings. The depth of this cast is incredible. We have people from all over the world who have come from all different backgrounds and experience, and from international competition as well as show life. And what everyone brings to the table in this cast, it just creates something magical. And when it all comes together and all works perfectly, it's amazing.
In mere minutes, Studio B converts from an ice skating rink to a fully functional venue used for a variety of other events.
I have a couple of events I love to host. One of them happens right here inside Studio B. It is a great event called The Quest, and you never know what's going to happen at it. It's an adult scavenger hunt, and what I love about it is we start off very, very calm, but as the night goes on, as the quest goes on, we get a little bit crazier, and people don't even realize what they're doing. They are completely so into it, they have no idea what I'm even asking and what they're doing. People are dancing, people are doing some strange things, and they don't even realize it. And one of the best things about Quest is that it's one of the most memorable activities, because people will be talking about this for the rest of the cruise, as well as when they go home and telling their friends about what happened at Quest. So you never know what's going to happen. You got to come and check it out.
Did we have not a good time here tonight or what, right?
Another one of my favorite events to host is the Love and Marriage Game Show. I take 3 couples, ask them a lot of crazy questions, but you never know what they're going to say. Some of the answers that they come up with are some of the funniest things I've ever heard. And the guests normally love the show, and I love hosting it.
Which one of the following movie titles best describes your love life? Would it be Superman, Jaws, Saturday Night Fever, Oh God, Free Willy, Same Time Next Year, The Godfather, Mission Impossible, Gone with the Wind, or Gone in 60 Seconds?
Oh, Gone with the Wind.
Where is the strangest place you've ever made whoopee?
Back of a limousine.
The back of a limousine. That's not it. What is the very, very first thing you put your hands on in the morning? And let me tell you something. The ladies were very specific when they told us this. I'm a little scared here. Jason, plug your ears, please. What's the very first thing you put your hands on in the morning, Vinny?
I do something simultaneously, if that's
Am I allowed to say both?
Okay, yes, because I'm kind of curious about that. Yes, tell me.
I usually got one hand on my private area and the other hand on my Persian cat.
And who's your Persian cat?
That'd be Marley.
It's an actual, you actually have a cat? Okay, I wasn't sure if you were talking. Okay.
Another favorite of the entertainment neighborhood is Casino Royale. This Vegas-style gaming center boasts 450 slot machines, 27 table games, and a bevy of electronic games, from blackjack to poker and even roulette. There's plenty to play, and even more to win. The last and perhaps most popular attractions in the entertainment neighborhood are the familiar faces from DreamWorks Animation. Vacationers of all ages delight in interacting with some of DreamWorks' most beloved characters in a variety of shows and activities.
Both Royal Caribbean and DreamWorks Animation have a couple of things in common with one another. One, I think, of both innovative companies trying to raise the bar, deliver a quality experience. So whether it's, you know, in the world of water, theater, the ice rink, movie theater, on the television sets, online, you know, these are sailing paradise cities. So for us to be able to integrate our characters and our stories and our storytelling throughout that experience, we think is just going to be a lot of fun and a unique experience for the guests on the ship.
Don't be surprised if you see Shrek, Fiona, and Puss in Boots, or Alex, Mort, Gloria, and the penguins of Madagascar, Po of Kung Fu Panda, and your favorite characters from How to Train Your Dragon.
With How to Train Your Dragon, we've adapted a DreamWorks movie into a 23-minute production here on the ice. We have the ice skaters, and now we've integrated walking characters, and we have puppets and kites and everything, and all those factors put together just creates this really magical atmosphere here in Studio B, and the kids love it and the adults love it, and it's great for everyone. When you walk into Studio B for How to Train Your Dragon, you're walking into the village of Burke, with the DreamWorks characters and the skaters and everything coming to life, and having us being able to come up into the stairs. We're bringing the show to the people, so we're making them really feel like they're in the village of Burke. The reaction that we've been getting from the show is spectacular. Just to see the look on the kids' faces and the wonderment on even the adults' faces, it makes my job just feel a lot more rewarding, and I know that for the ice cast and for the DreamWorks characters that we're using, everyone just sees the excitement and the magic come alive, and we can see it in everyone's faces, and that's what makes this job so amazing.
The DreamWorks characters star in special events, parades, and even character meals in the main dining room. Then comes the main event. The DreamWorks characters take the stage in the Aqua Theater to perform a one-of-a-kind aquatic show full of acrobatics and high-diving stunts. With Royal Caribbean and the DreamWorks experience, the entertainment never stops. The seventh and final neighborhood on our tour of Allure of the Seas is the Youth Zone, home of the award-winning Adventure Ocean program. The heart of Youth Zone is Kids Avenue, located on Deck 14. No ordinary avenue, this path guides children through Adventure Ocean's play areas. In the Youth Zone, parents can relax and enjoy the ship, all while knowing their babies are in the hands of specially trained, dedicated professionals. Of course, parents are always welcome to join in for Kids and Play, where parents can play with their children in an open, interactive environment. When babies and tots need to burn off some energy, this is the place to do it.
Royal Caribbean's Adventure Ocean facility prides itself in being one of the best children's programs in the world, and we've taken great lengths to make sure that we're partnered with the best children's name brands we have. So from Fisher-Price for the young kids, are great toys specifically designed for our kids and the programs that we run with them. All of our art in the programs have been specifically designed for Adventure Ocean with Crayola, and we have all Crayola activities, so all of our Crayola markers, we have Crayola crayons, every single thing that you could ever want that has to do with art. Crayola has really helped us out a lot in that.
Open until the wee hours of the night, Adventure Ocean has something for every age group. Kids are encouraged to play, explore, discover, create, and imagine. Making new friendships that last long after the cruise ends isn't uncommon either. New to Adventure Ocean is a 60-seat theater dedicated to providing movies, improv classes, and more. The theater gives kids a glimpse into the world of arts and culture. It's also the home of the Imagine Ocean, an incredible production designed specifically for kids. Performed under special black lights, the show follows the journey of 3 fish and their hunt for treasure, only to discover it was friendship that was the true treasure all along.
So the fun doesn't stop here in Adventure Ocean. Now there's fun all over the ship, but there's very specific family fun that we in Adventure Ocean have helped to develop, and that's the family activities. And the biggest of the family activities is the Family Festival, and that takes place in the boardwalk. So we take over the entire boardwalk and we turn it into a carnival. And it's got balloon animals, we've got prize giveaways, we've got stilt walkers, face painting, and all the great aspects of a carnival. The carousel's obviously running, there's a hot dog stand out there all the time. You guys should just come out and check it out because it's unreal and there's nothing else like it.
The neighborhood also includes teen-only spaces like Fuel Disco, the living room, and the back deck. Located on the aft part of the ship near the sports zone, there's enough here to keep any teen occupied. With a whole lineup of activities and parties geared just for them, there's a good chance parents won't see much of their kids during the cruise. A cool hangout and a parent-free zone, teens come to meet other teens, play games, or simply just chillax. There is another whole world behind the scenes on the Allure of the Seas. One of the most technologically advanced areas of the Allure is the bridge.
As a captain on board, I'm responsible for the overall operation of the ship, and of course the safety of the ship and the safety of navigation is one of my primary duties. So I do spend a lot of time here on the bridge and with the bridge team that is navigating the ship, but that's not my only task. I also have a task to make sure all the operation is running smoothly and according with all our procedures and all the international requirements. So I do a lot of inspections and meetings and talking with the crew. I do walk around a lot, and hopefully you have seen me during your cruise. And of course, talking to the guests also is a very important part of my duty, making sure that they are having a good time and hearing from them, and just basically having a social life just to see how our product is being delivered. Well, here, this ship, to maneuver the ship, we have azipods. It's something that we have started with the Voyager class. They are a bit bigger here. They are 20 megawatts each, and we have 3 azipods. So the 3 propellers on the back, they all turn 360 degrees. And that's very important to maneuver a ship of this size. On the front of the ship, we have a 4-bow thruster of 7,500 horsepower each. So together with the azipods and the bow thrusters and the technology we have to control that here on the bridge, we can move the ship sideways, making 4 knots or 7 kilometers. So give us a lot of power. We can handle up to 40 knots of wind and makes the ship extremely maneuverable despite of the size. To maneuver these ships in and out of port is a fun part of the job, but also has to be very precise. So it's something that we do with a lot of focus. We have a team here that works together, so everybody has a task, and through all that we make sure that the ship is precisely exactly where we want all the time. So I like it a lot, and the ship is very maneuverable. Actually, my wife says that I maneuver the ships better than cars. I don't know if that's a compliment or not yet, but one of the unique features that we have here on board this bridge is that we have separated all the safety equipment from the navigation equipment, and we have put in a different room. So here, right behind me on my left, you have the safety command center, and there we have all the computers for fire detection, ventilation control, fire doors, and pretty much everything that we need to monitor the ship and to react in case of the unlikely case of any emergency on board the ship. So there is two distinctive functions, the navigation where I am, the safety command center here on my left, and both spaces are manned by officers 24 hours a day.
On board the Allure of the Seas, we have both the new version of navigation as well as the old version of navigation. So we have the electronic chart display information systems, which is our new means of navigation, but we also use the very reliable old means of navigation, which is the traditional paper charts, parallel rulers, triangles, and using our traditional procedures such as radar fixes and celestial navigation in order to make sure that both means are accurate for safe navigation.
We are always in close communication with the control room. They start the engines, they give us the power that we need to navigate the ship, and also we need to be in contact all the time due to the different changes of the requirements of the navigation. So the bridge officer is always talking to them every watch. Every time we come in and out the harbor also we have a quick communication to make sure everything is, all the procedures are established, and then they are monitoring all the alarms for us and making sure the propulsion is running smoothly as we do all the different maneuvers.
Right now we are in the engine control room, and this is where we distribute all the power throughout the ship to run this amazing operation. We have 6 main diesel engines. We have 3 16 cylinders and we have 3 12-cylinder engines. They produce 97 megawatts, and that equal to 135,000 horsepower.
To be captain of this ship is really is an honor. It's something that I take with a lot of pride, but also with a lot of responsibility. As you can imagine, to operate a ship that is the largest in the world, we have 2,200 members, 6,000 guests, so 8,000 people on board the ship is a lot of responsibility, and we don't take that lightly. But of course, it's a great feeling as well, something that I'm very honored to be the captain here on board.
The Allure of the Seas offers one of the most diverse collections of beverage and dining options. Many guests are curious how this complex operation runs behind the scenes.
Yeah, obviously I cannot cook myself for 8,000 people every day on the Allure of the Seas, so I'm supported for altogether 350 employees. 250 of them they are cooks and chefs, meaning I have 5 executive sous chefs, 11 sous chefs, who are running the various venues, areas on board. And of course, very important, I have a team of 100 stewards who are supporting us, the culinary team, you know, cleaning the dishes, running the dish ring, cleaning our galleys. And I promise you can come to every given time in our galleys and it looks absolutely superb and spotless. We have very sophisticated equipment who helps us, you know, to produce fresh on a daily basis, but still able to help us big quantities. We have a machine who's cutting lettuce for us. This machine helps us to cut this lettuce in about 30 minutes. This machine produces about 4,000 dough rolls, and one single baker can operate the machine. He's filling up the dough rolls come out, he's putting it on a tray, and 1 hour later he has done his 4,000 rolls he needs for the dining room. To use fresh ingredients makes such a big difference because on the end of the day, it's all about flavor. Presentation, you can present everything, but to get a nice flavor in, that's where you really need a fresh product. Every single Sunday, me or one of my executive sous chefs stay outside receiving the fresh produce. We see and touch this product, and we really cook from the scratch. We don't do anything different than a small restaurant, just on a greater, bigger scale. The taste panel, we call it taste panel, what we do pretty much for every meal period. That's about a 10 to 15 minute short briefing where all the dishes get presented together with all the responsible people for the dishes, and we check on the final presentation, the final taste. Maybe there need to be a touch of seasoning more, maybe a herb or the garnish. And we give a short briefing to the crew about what is important to follow up on the presentation, you know, how to keep it warm, you know, the critical things what we foresee.
So I think overall we had a very good day so far. You guys be sharp tonight again in the line for the first sitting. I think you see yesterday first sitting went excellent, huh?
Yeah, guests always ask me about the quantities, you know, we're going through. Every week we run through 18,000 pounds of watermelon, 15,000 pounds of pineapple, about 12,000 pounds of honeydew and cantaloupe each. We use about 10 to 12,000 pounds of fresh fish fillets, 5 to 6,000 pounds of mussels, shrimp, you know, all these crustaceans. And the meat in the butcher shop, I would say between 3,500 to 4,000 pounds of meat and poultry products in our on-board butcher shop. We're very proud of our pastry section here on board. We have the biggest station on board is our pastry section. We have 25 pastry cooks, chefs working there, and then again it get all done centralized. So in the main galley we produce all the pastries in a 24-hour shift again, while you can be assured every single dessert what you enjoy during the day is just been done the night before or in the morning. What's the difference between a restaurant on land and on a cruise ship? The really huge major difference is I need to be very careful about my inventory because I cannot go shopping on day 5 if I run out of something.
What started as a big idea in a Finnish shipyard is now an even bigger success story. The Allure of the Seas is the most exciting, entertaining, amazing place on the seas. Every time she sets sail, memories are made that will last lifetimes. Whether it's a family vacation or a romantic getaway, the Allure and the pristine waters of the Caribbean make the perfect setting. What will you remember most about your time aboard Allure? Well, only you know for sure. From Broadway productions to the fine dining, Allure of the Seas will leave you with a stunning collection of memories. She'll also have you asking one important question: when can we come back?